Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. So over the course of me making these horror movies that are actually scary videos, I've been getting comments of people giving me their suggestion, but then something popped into my head. If people don't find these movies scary that I'm suggesting, and then they suggest theirs, maybe I should watch their scariest movie to see if I find their scary movie scary. So I did just that. I left a community post and I asked you guys, what is your top scariest film of all time? And then I chose the top 3 most upvoted movies to watch that I haven't seen before, and we're just gonna see if it's scary. So let's get into the first movie on this list. So I've been getting a ton of comments saying that Smile is the most recent scary movie of all time to some people. And some people have said that it is the scariest movie they've ever seen in their whole entire lives. So let me get this right off the bat. You're completely entitled to your own opinion of what movie you find scary, of what movie you enjoy. Keep that in mind as you watch this video. Like, dude, there's some people who like Morbius. Like, some people actually like that movie. And you know what? I saw it on a plane. And I'm not even gonna lie, bro, I kind of ate that shit up. I was enjoying that movie. It was kind of funny. But Smile to me has its moments, don't get me wrong. But overall, as a film, to me, is it scary? No. I am one of those people that think the concept of someone smiling into a camera to make it overtly creepy is just not scary to me. So I saw this in theaters and I actually rewatched it for this video just to make sure I wasn't crazy about this. But there were points in this movie that for some reason made me laugh. Like when people are just smiling at the camera, to me, it really doesn't hit me in the scare zone. But besides that, which is the complete story of this movie, I would say this movie is just like It Follows with a smile. Like I said in the beginning, this movie does have its moments. The ending of this movie is fucking crazy. I love the ending of this movie. I think it was awesome. The monster at the end is crazy looking. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. It does have some really good jump scares. The movie is very fun. It's a very fun horror movie. I just want to go off on this little rant about this movie though, because before I saw this movie, I watched the trailer. And in the trailer, it probably had one of the best horror scares I've seen in a long while. It's when the woman is sitting at her car and her friend comes out. Her head kind of just like fucking cranks, like it just turns clockwise and lands right in the window. It's not even possible. You can't move like this. I wish the marketing team for this movie did not put this scare in the trailer of the movie. Genuinely, if you watch this without seeing this scare, I think it's really gonna catch you off guard. And even in theaters, it still kind of made me jump, kind of scared me a little bit, but I knew it was coming because it was in the trailer, and I really wish they didn't put it in there, and I wish movies didn't put this type of stuff in their trailers. Give me the most basic ass trailer of all time. I don't want to know anything about your movie. Give me a picture for 5 minutes straight, give me a still image, and that's it. Just let me know your movie exists, tell me the story, and that's it. I don't want to see the beginning, middle, and end in like 4 of the scares. Trailers have gotten so bad to the point where I genuinely don't watch them anymore. If there's a movie, I look up the cast, I look up the story, and that's it. I do not watch the trailer for anything anymore. But yeah, Smile to me, not scary, but it is a great horror movie if you want to watch it. It's pretty fun. If you find the concept of smiling scary and it makes you uneasy and it's kind of like uncanny, then yeah, you're probably gonna find this pretty scary. To me, it was a little bit goofy, but I feel like that's what made it fun for me. And I had a great time watching it in theaters. I had a pretty good time rewatching it. I suggest horror fans go and see this if you're bored, if you just want to watch something. Now let's move on to the second film. So the next film that people told me to watch is Hell House LLC. The story of Hell House LLC, 5 years after 15 people were killed during a haunted house tour, a documentary crew visits the scene to investigate what really happened. Now, what movie I really want to watch in this series is Hell House LLC Origins. I really want to check that one out. I've heard that is the scariest one out of all of them. But this movie didn't necessarily do it for me. Yes, I think the concept is really interesting. I just think there are some parts that I couldn't really get past that didn't make a whole lot of sense. I know you're supposed to lower your expectations for horror movies and just movies in general these days, but this is framed to be a found footage real movie as if it really happened. The concept of a haunted house gone wrong, super interesting to me. I just think the build up to it was a lot better than the execution. The movie was super entertaining, don't get me wrong. I just think the ending could have been a little bit better, but man, when I tell you those clown parts Those clown parts freaked me the hell out. Especially the scene where he's showing the clown and he turns away for a second, then he goes back and it's staring at the camera. There was no loud noise needed. It literally made my heart drop 14 decibels. Does that make sense? Absolutely not. But I remember my stomach like turning when he looked up and it was staring at the camera. I don't really have much to say about this film besides the fact that yes, the creepy parts were the clown for me. And I also really want to watch the new movie, so I'm going to do that after I film this video. But scariest movie I've ever seen, no, and I feel like it doesn't really come close. But overall, decent film. If you love found footage movies, go and check this out. I think it is a treat for you. And with that being said, let's move on to the final movie on this list. So after rewatching and watching these last two movies, I thought in my head, you guys, your movie recommendations, they don't scare me. Nothing can scare me. And as I was watching this final movie, I thought the same exact thing. I thought, this is not a scary movie. You guys are just suggesting shit. And then something interesting happened. So the final film is The Wailing, released in 2016. It is a Korean horror film. And the synopsis of it is that villagers investigate a mysterious new stranger and the killings that arrive with him. There is mass hysteria as loved ones are taken and killed. And going into this movie, that's all you need to know. I thought as I was watching this, I was predicting this movie, and I was going to add that as one of my gripes. This movie is way too predictable. But at the end, it completely flips exactly what I thought on its head. And even sitting here now, I'm not even fully sure what was going on or who was bad, who was good. My brain hasn't put those pieces together. I'm still like thinking about things in the movie and building this puzzle in my head and trying to figure it out. I think I have a pretty good idea. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you because I want you to go watch this. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, it's on there. Super accessible. But as I was watching this movie, none of it was scaring me. Yes, it was making me feel uneasy, but nothing was scaring me. That was up until I actually finished the film and it was nighttime. I was outside of my room in my hallway. The whole entire house was dark. And then it hit me. And it hit me hard. After watching this movie, it like psychologically just lingers on you. I'm going to be very bleak with this description so I don't spoil anything, but there's specifically a scene where one of the characters has a flashback of a scary guy reaching to them, and it's just a blip. It's a quiet blip, and for some reason that stuck with me so hard. I'm looking over my shoulder, I'm running to every room in the hallway. It affected me so bad I could not stop thinking about it that night that I fell asleep at 5 in the morning. I could not sleep. Every single time I turned off my YouTube, closed my laptop, turned over to go to sleep, I thought of it. I just could not stop thinking about how unnerving and just dread. There's just so much dread in this film. Afterwards, it really just taxes on you. You see these characters just deteriorate into different versions of themselves. They're just not the same person by the end of this film, and you really feel that. The movie is beautifully shot. It's beautifully directed. It's one of the best looking films I've seen in a very long time. And the acting is so realistic. It is so perfect. There is no gripe I have with the acting or the cinematography of this movie. The story does get a little bit jumbled, and at the end it is a little bit open-ended, but to me that is not a flaw. Open-ended films actually add value to their life. They're not just closed book endings like Marvel films, or they really keep you engaged. I love films that have more than just what's on the screen to them. If your movie makes me think afterwards, I love it even more. If it's still a part of my life after those credits roll, it is a good movie to me. Sometimes movies will try to do the open-ended thing and I just won't give a shit because it's a shit movie and I don't care about like thinking about it anymore or looking into the open-endedness, and they do it just to be mysterious and creepy. But yeah, I really wanted to learn more about this film. I really wanted to know what happened at the end. And overall, this is an amazing, not just horror film, but film in general. This is definitely up there with one of the greats of horror movies that I've seen before, and this is a great suggestion, guys, so thank you so much for suggesting The Wailing. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was such a fun video to watch. I love watching new movies, and especially suggestions from people that are passionate about it. If your feelings are hurt in this video, I really apologize, but is it time to get a taste of your own medicine? I'm just kidding. Everyone relax. So if I were to give these movies ratings out of 5, starting with Smile, Smile will get a 3 out of 5 for me. Overall, good horror movie. If it's more catered towards people who find things unnerving relating to smiling, but I guarantee you're going to enjoy this film. It's just a fun, stupid, good horror movie. Hell House LLC, when it comes to scare and just movie in general, I'm probably going to give it a 3 as well. Actually, I'm going to give it a 0.5 just because that clown really carried the movie in my opinion and scared the hell out of me. And The Wailing is going to get a 5 out of 5. This movie is a must watch, seriously. I would not go into this movie expecting it to be scary. I would expect just to watch an amazing horror movie and then see what happens after that. I found as I was watching The Wailing, I was kind of basing my opinion on how scary it was, and I was realizing that that was a complete waste of time. Go into these movies open-minded. Let me know what you think in the description. You guys are not writing the description. That's my job. Let me know in the comments below. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, great night. Peace out. Goodbye.